Were you born in Shield Road?
I was born in Shield
You were
Road.
born in Shield Road,
And the old Anderson's shelter.
I know. I know. I was in the forces when you were born
You were in the forces.
at the time. I was in France.
It was like the back of the war, like, wasn't it?
Huh?
It was more or less finished.
Aye.
When I was back in the year 43.
It's finishing. I mean, not really there wasn't much to do, to be honest with you. I mean, there wasn't many sports at all.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there was a lot more for us to do in Stanley. What do you do? There's a lot more for us in Stanley then. What do you now? When you reckon up?
Oh, yes, so I.
I mean, you
I
had
mean,
3
there was-
pitcher holes. You had 3 snooker holes.
Yeah.
You know, you had more things to do on a night.
Well,
than
the
what
dance,
you
dance halls, there was.
Yeah, it was dance. They had the pally. They had 2 dance halls.
Aye.
The old pally and the coop.
Aye.
Of course, we had the Scouts hut and everything at the bottom. St Andrew's Scouts hut. All that's disappeared now. So as I would say myself, like, it was more to do then what he is now in Stanley. You wouldn't know, you've already got the pitch house, the Civic Hall. That's about it now. It's Stanley. So I mean, say the youth club, it's gone. It's finished now. The community centre's finished.
Aye.
That side road, they're all closed down now.
Yeah.
So myself, I think it was more to do then than what he has to do now.
There wasn't many houses in Stanley itself for accommodation.
Not in Stanley itself.
It's not in Stanley. It's just mainly a shop area, Stanley. Then they just started building around the outskirts a bit later on. But there wasn't a house in Stanley Main Street.
Oh, not a house. I mean, say it was all shops.
Just
From
a
top to
shop.
bottom, both sides was shops all the way up and all the way down. You know, you didn't have to go out anywhere to look for anything. You had, obviously, such as now, but you've got no men's tailor shops. Where once upon a time you had 3 in Stanley. You had Jackson's, Burton's. I can what call the other one now. But I mean, say now, if you want a jacket or a suit, you've got to go to Asda's. I mean, say, quite honestly, I think it was only the post office business. Well, there is a post office at the bottom now. But there used to be a proper post office at the Moorway. It's not there now.
Oh, it was South Moor.
It's Southmore.
That is the opposite of the old co-op. The branch of the co-op was on the opposite side of the road to go down Southmore Bank. At the bottom, there's an old campus co-op is there. Old branch of Stanley Co-op down there. That was on the road to the parks. Then there's Quiggin houses, of course, at the top. And that's just the same as it was. 4 streets of houses. They haven't changed very much at all. So, you had 2 schools in Southmore. You had Greenland and you had the Old Moor, which actually stood at the top of the bank at Quiggin houses. The school used to be up there. Then there was the Catholic school was down in the bottom. Then there was Greenland. That was the schools. And the Southmore school at Southborough. It's closed down now, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, well, they're all close apart from the new one that built at Southmore.
The new one they
The
built.
new Greenland one.
They took them all to the one.
One.
Opposite the park at Southmore. They took them.
When you say Stanley, you had the board school. What was called the board school. You had St. Joseph's School. Then you had Shield Row School. Then you got Tanfield Comp. Was Tanfield Comp then. I think it still goes by Tanfield Comp.
Tanfield Comp.
And the school, East Stanley Junior School. Then you had Shield Row School.
And Tanfield
Junior School. Tanfield, Junior School down there as well. Let me say there's, of course, they've accumulated all these academies now, like, you know, closed all the ones on Tyne Road. I mean, say they've all gone to the academy. And they've closed schools at Pelton to bring some into there, and they brought some from Consett and Greencroft down to Stanley. So they've all gone into one school now instead of having all the schools going around. Let me say, once upon a time in Stanley, you didn't have to travel out the area to get anything. Let me say, so even your little mothers, you had tip ladies.
You had everything.
You had Shibbles, Duggets. There was 3 paper shops. You know, you didn't have to go out the area in Stanley once upon a time. That was when the buses used to run up, like.
I was the buses stopped in the main street.
That was
Right
it.
outside the shop doors, but they shifted them over from there and closed it all in, and that's when the damage was done. I started the co-op when I was 14 in the grocery department, and I was there and I went into the forces. And I was just on 18 and I went into the forces.
Yeah.
And when I came back, I was doing 4.5 years, and I came back to the co-op, and I was only there about 2 years, I think. 2.5 years. When I changed my job, I went to the electricity board. And I was there, I retired. I was there 33 years in the electricity board. I didn't think anyone was happy about the war itself, but I said just accepted it, took it, and that was it. Because the only bit of war in the area was the bomb that was dropped at Beamish. That was the only damage that was done during the war to the whole area.
Was there a lot of people, because obviously it was a mining area, so that was like a kind of preserved trade, wasn't it? So
yes.
But was there still a lot of people from Stanley itself that
oh yes,
ended up, yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of people in Stanley. I mean, a lot of them lived right through the war in Stanley. In fact, there's some of them that's probably still living in Stanley. But you can't say Stanley changed because of the war. It didn't change Stanley at all.
Well, I used to work at the bakery, and I worked for Rinton's Tea Company. Then the fruiter, George Barkis from Matthew Plain. Then I come across the road down here onto the wagons, hunters haulage on the wagons and the buses. And I worked there for nearly 40 years, I think, at Hunters. On enough with the buses and the wagons.
I think unemployed before the war was the same as after the war.
Yeah.
There wasn't any influx of work at all. 1 or 2 new buildings built, and 1 or 2 new industries built.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just small number.
I get more chance of a job. I mean, say we could finish a job on a Friday and start one on a Monday.
Aye.
Well, now we've got no chance of that. Not in Stanley and well, I mean, say, such as Everett used to build a one big factory down there. And when I was on the wagons, they were going to close the factory in London and bring it all down to Tamfield. And we worked down 3 months down there with the wagons, cleaning the place out ready for them. And as soon as it was all done, they cancelled it and closed that and all went back to London again. And it's just been used as a warehouse place. But now it's not even there at all, now it's been pulled down.
Canny place to live.
It was a nice place. Well, it still is a good place to live. Like say, there was snooker halls and all sorts. You could go out for a full night at a snooker club with about sixpence. And you could play snooker all night. I mean, say, look how much it costs now for a kid to go out to the pitches. About £5 or £6 most likely if they want to just go and see a picture. Well, we could have a full night for sixpence. The only club that I was in, the last one, was for our Ruby Golden Wedding. No, it wasn't a gold wedding, it was a ruby wedding. 40 year. So that's dear me, how 1964, 2004. Not telling me that's 16, 14. Well, we've had a golden wedding, so that must be about 11 years ago. Last time I was in a club. You know. Rami says still the clubs they're not doing as well as they used to, but I think you could take a car out and have a couple of pints once upon a time. There was nothing thought about it. But now if a club hasn't got entertainment or meals or something like that on now, I think it's because I think some meals in the keeping these places going now. Well, I mean, say clubs used to take £5,000 or £6,000 a week. I mean, say that was good money in them days.
Muscat Denise and
Roma Coffee, Muscat Denise.
Aye, what they call the Roma Coffee?
Right, it was the Roma Coffee.
But what they call the folks of that?
Nero and Stella.
But Muscat Denise ran the other 2 called
Nero and I was single it. Used to have the Roma Coffee. Robbie says plenty of coffees in Stanley now.